Htwow, October, Season 7. Go, Dave.
Hello and welcome to High Tea with Old Waver. It's an acronym, Htwow. But before we get to our fantastic content, I just want to bring your attention to two things. One, we do have a merch store. If you go to oldwaver.com and you click on the merch tab, that will bring you to our Zazzle store. And we have loads of stuff in the Zazzle store with our sweet logo. I mean, if you haven't seen our logo, it's a pretty awesome logo. And so if you or anyone in your family needs a stocking stuffer, then, get a T-shirt or a koozie and, support the pod that you love. And the other thing that I would like to tell you is we threw it out there last month, but I was so stoned that it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I thought I would reiterate that this pre-roll is for rent. This space is for rent. And so if you love this pod and you have a business that you think, man, my business totally vibes with this pod. Like I sell drinks with weed in it, or I sell vinyl records, or I sell hair dye that Toby uses to stay young.
Sure.
Hypothetically, I don't know if you dye your hair.
What color would I do it?
Maybe like strawberry blonde.
I wouldn't pick this color.
But if you have a business and you want to advertise with us, just drop us a line, htwowpod@gmail.com. Or if you just want to say what's up, htwowpod@gmail.com. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And please enjoy this pod.
Poop.
It's just, it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb, but it hits.
There's nothing wrong with dumb.
Yeah. And it just, sometimes, especially, when things are often so serious, we just need dumb.
Hey, that's why we do this thing we're doing.
I know. I am the biggest proponent of dumb, and some accuse me of being the biggest purveyor of dumb.
Hey.
And I accept that.
You got to be good at something.
So much saxophone.
Two dozen other stupid reasons why we should suffer for this.
Have we been letting you down? I hope not. Welcome to Htwow, episode 86. That's the important part. 86 in the books. This is the air quotes October episode. October 2024. And we appreciate you being patient. We appreciate you being an Htwow fan, an Htwow friend, and, an Htwow evangelist, letting all of your music-loving friends that are also elitist and antisocial, that there are others of us out there. Yeah, so thank you for being here, and thank you for your contributions to helping this pod grow. It's growing slowly like a fungus when it's like too hot. You know, like the conditions aren't quite right for us to grow. It's not moist. And, we're not replicating frequently enough. But we're growing incrementally, very slowly, and do want to thank most of all our patrons, and we keep promising that we'll do something for our patrons, and our summer playlist is probably going to turn into a year-end playlist. But I swear to God, because I do have vacation coming up, that I will put something together for you guys because you deserve it. And if you feel like that this is not enough, then, you can cancel. It's like $2, but it won't hurt our feelings if you cancel. I understand. I understand you need something more than old After Darks that are already in the can. But if you've never listened to an After Dark, which is the drunken after party of this podcast, that we used to do every month, and now we do on the very rare occasion that we have time, you can go to oldwaver.com and click on premium, or look us up on the Patreon. Look up Htwow on the Patreon. And, it's cheap, and there's content that's already there waiting for you. And at some point, there will be more content. I just can't promise how often or when. But Htwow, if you're just joining us for the first time, is an acronym. It stands for High Tea with Old Waver. He is the high tea part. He is Toby Pipes of the world-famous band Deep Blue Something.
Thank you, David.
The world-famous, currently very active band.
We are active.
Which we will get to later on in the pod. And the Old Waver part is me. I'm Dave. And I can be heard in Dallas on the Hardline, the afternoon drive show on the Ticket. And so if you know me from that, thank you. Appreciate it. This is a podcast, a monthly podcast, or, whenever we get around to it. And it's a song swap and a beer swap. So I play 2 songs and Toby plays 2 songs. And then we also will throw in an oldie but a goodie at the beginning and the end. And this time we decided to play some English beat. Mm-hmm. Save It for Later was our opener right there. And, we may change it up. We may play a different English beat song for our closer. Just depends on what we're feeling at that point.
They have a lot.
Yeah, they do. And
which was first again? Is English beat before? English beat was after General Public, right?
Was it? Yeah, I was going to ask you because I don't remember.
I always get it backwards.
I don't remember the timeline. Let's just,
Yeah.
For the sake of argument. Oh, and we can't forget that in England that they were just known as the Beat.
That's right.
It wasn't until they came to America that they had to be the English Beat because the Beat was already taken.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like the English beat better.
Yeah, and also it says that in Australia they were known as the British Beat.
Oh, that's stupid.
That's worse.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah. So let's see. They were active from 78 to 83, and then General Public was after.
After. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have always get that wrong. Were you at the show when we played with them?
I don't think so, no.
It was the 100 Inevitables?
Yeah, no, I don't think I was at that one.
Man, nice dude. He's sweet.
Which one?
The singer guy.
The singer guy?
Yeah, the black dude doesn't play with him anymore. He hasn't.
Andy Cox?
He hasn't for years and years and years. The other main guy.
Is it Andy Cox, the main guy?
Is it?
Or no.
No, it's David something.
Dave Wakeling.
Yeah, he's the main guy. And the other guy, remember the black dude would have kind of the tiger dyed hair? Like it was like a print, like a leopard, not a tiger, like a leopard.
Ranking Roger.
Yes, that's him.
Roger Charlie.
Yeah, he was super cool, but I don't think, I think he was like, I'm not just going to hop around the stage and follow you guys around.
Yeah, and then a couple of the dudes also did Fine Young Cannibals after that as well.
Yeah.
But the English Beat were one that they were too adult for me when I was a kid. But now that I'm an adult, I enjoy them.
You're slightly an adult.
Yeah, I'm kind of an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, song swap, beer swap. Beer sponsor.
Yay.
Thank you to our friends at Good Friend Package. We can't forget to say hello to our friends Matt and Josh, even though it's been forever since we've seen them. But they've been so nice to us. It's always good to give them a little mention off the top there at 1155 PV Avenue in Far East Dallas, Casa Linda. So if you're ever in that neck of the woods and you are looking for breakfast or lunch, go to Good Friend Package. And if you're looking for lunch or dinner, go to Good Friend Burger Bar and Beer Garden. Mm-hmm. But I am not drinking beer. I am drinking something even more insane than what I've been drinking in recent weeks.
Okay.
Or recent pods, I guess.
What you got?
So I don't know if it's just me that gets served up these ads on the social, but have you ever seen any ads on like the Instagram for Breeze?
Hold on, let me see that again. No, I've never seen that.
It's BREZ, and it's got like the little, I don't know, mark over the E.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is, I don't have my readers on. I think it's 5. It says, I think 5 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD.
Wow.
And then 2,200 milligrams of lion's mane.
God, that stuff's good for you. The lion's mane is supposed to be good for your gut and concentration.
Yeah, so it says, live free, microdosed cannabis and mushrooms in a can. Mm-hmm. So, I've been drinking the THC drinks, but I saw this I just picked this up at my local liquor store. They have a special cooler dedicated to the THC drinks that are still somehow legal.
Right.
And I just decided to give this one a try because I was a sucker for the ads.
Yeah, the lion's mane is the mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little skunky, it's like looks like a lemonade or something.
Yeah, it's cloudy. I went classic. I mean, Good Friend could have gotten this for me today because I went back. I'm stepping back into what we used to do, Dave, a little bit. I feel like the people want it. So
the people want you to get tanked on beer?
Yeah, so I'm having a Guinness.
Okay.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
It got cold outside.
Yeah, Guinness is a nice fall beverage.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I'm going to have 2 of these tonight and then some bubbles because that's what most Guinness drinkers, that's what people do.
Well, I only have one of these, so we'll see how tanked I get on this one, and then I have I have other stuff I can drink if I'm not stupid enough yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
But let's go ahead and get to the first jam. I've been sitting on both of my jams for a month or two, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I felt like they were a good combo because both of the songs that I'm playing, they're both brand new or new-ish, and they are both very dancey electronic. Because I just felt like I was just kind of in that mood.
It's okay.
I sometimes, go a little shoegazy or a little indie. Last month, I went with the classics. We went with Tears for Fears and The Cure.
Sure.
As some of our legacy bands had new stuff. But I wanted to play stuff that, kind of makes you want to move a little bit.
Yeah.
And this first one, it's a band that we've played before, I think. But it's a band that I think Cold Cave.
Yeah, we've played Cold Cave, right?
Yeah, I believe we have. And they just put out a brand new record. It is called Passion Depression. And, they are cold wave, as the name suggests. But they also very much worship at the altar of New Order. Mm-hmm. And the song, I hesitated to play it because it's almost like a New Order homage or almost like a New Order cover.
Right.
But it does have enough things going for it on its own merit that I thought it was worth playing and wanted to get your reaction to it. So this is track 4 on Passion Depression. They've released several of these songs on the album as singles and then compiled them together with some other new tracks. So this was a single earlier in this year, but it is now out on this record. It's called Hourglass, and it's a hot one. It's a hot jam by Cold Cave on Htwow. What you think, boss?
That's a hot jam. You know, it reminds me of something else, though.
What's that?
It reminds me of that Iggy Pop song. Do you know the candy, 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 I can't let you go?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they've probably never even heard that, those guys, right?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, because the music doesn't sound like it. It's just that one little lyric line.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what made me think of that right away. But I'm thinking that would have never even crossed there.
Yeah, but I like the change up with the female verse, and then I really like the Bernard Sumner solo at the end.
Right.
And yeah, I like I said, it definitely is an homage.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. I like it a lot.
Where are they from again? We've probably gone over this, but I can't. I mean, before.
I guess they're from LA.
Okay.
I'm not even sure.
It doesn't matter.
But I do know. So Wesley Icehold was he's always been Cold Cave more or less by himself, but now he's married, or at least has a life partner. They have a kid. Mm-hmm. And Amy Lee is the other half of Cold Cave. They have, touring musicians when they go out. But as far as the actual creation of, the stuff in the studio, it's just Wesley and Amy. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I don't know. It's good.
Do you think they live like in a crypt?
It's interesting because I do follow them on the socials, and they definitely are super gothy in their appearance, but they're also very, very positive and uplifting in their personalities and in their interactions with people.
Like they're
joyous goths. They're
a goth fam that might have a picnic on a beach.
Yeah. I think we last time we played them, we saw a picture of them all gothed out, having a picnic on a beach.
Is that where I got that from?
Yeah, I think that's what you're remembering.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, check out Cold Cave.
Yeah, I love it. I like their whole vibe. I feel like I want to hang out with them. Yeah,
the album is, it's not super long. It's just 8 tracks, I believe, and, some pretty solid bangers, if you ask me.
That's good. Do you want to, speaking of not super long, do you want me to play my other tune real quick?
Yeah, I want to hear your tune, and then I want to hear about DBS happenings.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Switchyard Fest and all that kind of stuff. But let me play you this tune. This song is 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Well, you love the short jams.
Yeah, I want people to tell me what they're thinking about, but let's not dwell on it.
Yeah, let's establish. Let's drive it home, and then let's get out.
And let's get out of here quickly, please. Thank you. I've noticed a lot of the young ones these days, they're doing this. It's a new thing. This is a band or a guy called Pat Soundhouse. Have you ever heard of that?
No. Pat Soundhouse?
Pat's Soundhouse.
Oh, Pat, like apostrophe S?
Mm-hmm. And this song is called Shy Boy, but this is version 2. I've never heard version 1, but he made another version.
He wasn't happy with the first one, so he had to go back and redo it.
I don't know. Maybe it's a whole other thing. I can't remember. I picked these songs 7 weeks ago.
That's how long we've been trying to do this.
Okay. Let's hear the jam real quick, and we'll talk about stuff and things.
Yes. I didn't want it to be done.
I know, it's kind of a jam, right?
Yeah, dude, he could have totally at least gone another minute.
I like it. I think he's from Glasgow. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Okay, he's
Pat Fernandez.
Oh, is that his last name?
Yeah, his actual name is Pat Fernandez.
And
he's from Glasgow.
Did you see his bio?
No,
It says Pat makes music by playing instruments. So he's another one of those that if you don't want us to know about you, then we're not going to say anything.
I mean,
there's nothing we can do.
You're a Hispanic dude from Scotland.
Either way, I like his jams. And that's all I got on that.
I mean, does he always get out under 2 minutes?
Let me see. He's about 225, 308. He does have a song that's 356.
Okay, so he can do it.
He can
if
do
he wants
it,
to.
But most of his stuff are a little 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes.
Okay.
Which, hey. Leave him wanting something. I'm with him. But I knew you'd like that, and I knew we could stick that in there real quick.
Yeah, that's got a little bit of jangle.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, and I'll have to ask your opinion on the next one I'm going to play. You'll have to make a decision.
Okay, yeah. I think my next one you will like. I know I know in playing it in the car for my family that my daughter thought it was okay and my wife hated it.
So I'll love it.
Yeah, you probably will love it.
Okay,
but we'll get to my next jam in a minute because I do want to catch up on the latest from Deep Blue because I saw that you guys. I tried to, again, the ladies that I live with, I tried to talk them into this Switchyard Festival, but it was not to be. So, but I was aware, and I thought it was a pretty cool bill, and the fact that it was in downtown Carrollton is nice, because downtown Carrollton is, a pretty decent little area that I think is kind of underrated.
Yeah, it's fun down there. And, we're kind of looking at the silos and playing the jam. It was absolutely packed. They know how to do it when they put this festival on. It is thousands of people. It's crazy.
So it was just a one-day thing on a Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob Dylan,
Wallflowers.
Wallflowers, yeah. They were the closer, and then you guys played right before them?
Yeah, and then it was a bunch of just random stuff before us.
Anybody you knew?
No, it would be like, there might be like a B-52 cover band or something.
Okay.
You know, they kind of did all the stuff during the day, and then there was a long kind of pause, and the sun went down, and then we played. It's kind of one of those kind of things.
Well, because you guys can't play until the sun goes down.
Yeah, so the lights go up and we hit the thing. It was good.
Yeah.
And it was a good day. It was kind of raining off and on, so it was like the weather it wasn't too hot. Felt good up there. It was good. But had a chance to hang out and talk to Jacob Dylan for a while. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, well, I remember the last time they were in town, you played with them with TYB, Taylor Young Band.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And I talked to him there, but Taylor hung out with him a lot longer there because we had to go. But at this one, we were all on the Deep Blue and Wallflowers were on the same label together. So, we could talk about Interscope and good and bad things. And but we're all in the same boat now. Now it's just fun, and we can't believe people even ask us to come play things. And he's just pumped up, sweet guy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so how long did you guys get? Like 45 or an hour?
We were probably an hour. I guess they were maybe an hour 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at this stage in the game, like next to last is like your preferred slot.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
So you can get the fuck out.
Yeah, but they're one of those bands that they have you recognize more songs than you think.
Yeah.
And so they brought it. It was a good time. It was a good mix.
Do they still put stuff out? Like, when was the last time they put out a record?
I feel like they are putting stuff out because I feel like when we played with them with Taylor Young Band, that's when they had newer stuff out. And now they're just playing. But I'm not sure. It's also kind of one of those things. Everyone in the band, you know them from playing with someone else, and just over the years, everyone kind of knows everybody that was in some band with somebody else. So it's kind of...
I didn't realize that they hit in 92. I didn't remember them being from way back in 92. But yeah, the self-titled was 92, and then Bringing Down the Horse was 96.
Yeah, One Headlight and all that was right around the time we were.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or was that before us?
Yeah. So the second album is the one that had 6th Avenue Heartache and One Headlight and the Difference and Three Marlenas. That was a great record.
Yeah. So
and that was 96.
Yeah, and they're still kicking all those tunes out.
Yeah.
They kind of know that's what they get hired for. So
yeah.
they get it. It's not a big deal.
I mean, they've had 5 since then, most recently in 2021.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Did you guys, so we hinted at earlier that you guys are active and you guys just put out a brand new single. Mm-hmm. Did you play it at the show?
No.
You didn't want to debut it ahead of time?
No, and we were going to because the single was supposed to be released that next week, but the label was like, "Hey, let's not release it during the election."
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, so they waited a week after, so we didn't feel like playing it. And Kirk wasn't at that show. Kirk had to be in Stillwater.
Okay,
so
he has a key part in the new jam.
He just if we're gonna play the tune, all 5 of us need to play it.
Yeah.
So we're playing it. We have 2 shows. One tomorrow and one Saturday with Everclear and Marcy Playground. And so we're debuting the new single there.
Nice.
Well, us playing it live. It has come out and it's called St. Morrissey, and Morrissey is aware of it and has reposted. So we're happy about that.
Yeah. So I listened to it this past weekend and I did thoroughly enjoy it. It's the lyrics. So it's a Todd song, obviously.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are obtuse enough where you don't necessarily know if it's pro or anti Morrissey or what side of the judgment of his character the narrator of the song is on. But I do love the chorus with his entire name.
Right.
The St. Stephen, St. Patrick, St. Morrissey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has raised a lot of discussion on little forums about if it's pro or against. And it's
I
best
think
to
it
just
can be
leave that up to them.
Yeah, I think it can be interpreted either way, whatever you want it to be, which is always good.
But, I think Morrissey's the jam, so I don't,
Yeah, I did not see him when he came to Dallas. I threw it out to my daughter. I asked her if she wanted to go, just, to say that she'd seen him. And she was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I think y'all saw him at a good spot where he had that many shows in a row, and he's comfy, and the sound was great, and
What you're talking about in Vegas?
Yeah, how many years ago was that? 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think it was 22.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna see him after like 10 shows in Vegas where they just have it down, you know.
Yeah, because I think Dallas on this most recent tour was either first or second out of the gate for his mini tour, and you know he's still trying, he's still claiming that he's being censored and that no one will put out that Bonfire of the Teenagers record that has been in the can for like 3 years or something. But yeah, so you said he's aware of y'all's song, and you got an email?
No, we got an email from his producer that has produced our records before, Joe Ciccarelli, and he was like, "Hey, I love the song. I did his last 5 records. I'm sending it to him right now." And so that's how he heard about it, was through Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. What's the story with the artwork?
That's like a thumbnail of the artwork for the record. The same girl that did the record artwork just did a little single thing, so we'll have a little artwork for the Spotify.
Right, so it's like a line drawing of Morrissey or something. It's like kind of a stylized half profile of him or something.
I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but I think that's kind of what I see it as. But mainly the colors that are on it are from the main record colors.
So yeah, so it's from the same vibe.
It'll have the same sort of look. Well, not even look, but the same colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know how hard it is to get any kind of traction these days. I don't know how things are going with it, but I think it's a really good tune, and it's at least a conversation piece for a lot of people.
Yeah. And right now you just need to we're just putting stuff out so we don't have to keep playing the same songs over and over when we play shows, and then we'll release like 3 singles and then release the album.
Yeah, so do you have a release date for the record?
No, I think we got 2 or 3 more singles to go.
Is it done?
Oh yeah. It's in the can. It's already I have a wax version. I have a vinyl.
Wow.
No artwork on it, just kind of a pressing.
Like a test pressing?
Yeah.
That's so fancy.
It's super fancy.
What's your label these days?
It is called Flat Iron Recordings.
Flat Iron.
Yeah, another band from it is the band, Kiss Me.
Oh, Sixpence None the Richer.
And then there's a couple of other things, but it's like that.
Yeah, it's funny, every once in a while, Marissa will play music for Wells, and she'll play like a 90s playlist or something. Mm-hmm. Or no, she'll play one of his favorite songs is Bop, the Hanson Jam.
Hell yeah.
And invariably Spotify will always play Sixpence None the Richer after Hanson.
That makes
sense. For some reason.
Yeah. They just, I think, put out a new record, so they're on Flat Iron as well, with a bunch of other bands. I don't know. There's a couple of like guitar player dudes and other stuff you might recognize, but you know who Sixpence is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad for you guys, and I hope that once the record comes out and you do another show in the hood, that I'll be able to talk my family into going.
Yeah, maybe we'll swing through with Everclear, and you'll catch the swim out past the breakers tune.
God.
You wouldn't think that we would be an okay match with them, but their songs are poppy. They just look like they're a hard band.
Yeah, no, I mean, all it's so funny, all of the bands, all of the bills that you end up on, and it is like a '90s Spotify playlist.
Yeah, they know what
Like
they're doing. They're booking it for a reason.
Yeah, I mean it's just like all of the Gen X moms or grandmas. I guess they're grandmas now.
And that's what's
They're like, oh, I remember this song.
But their
I
kids,
love this song.
they're bringing their kids out because they've been playing it in the car, and now their kids like it. So it's like, it's little kids and their grandmas. And
Well, that's fun.
Some
That's
moms.
so fun.
It's so much fun.
I've finished this stupid drink. Honestly, it's terrible.
It's not good.
It is. I do not recommend it. As far as just the flavor, I feel like I'm slightly buzzed, but
Is it kind of lemonade-y? What's it taste like? Like a Red Bull or something?
The flavor is called lemon elderflower.
Oh man.
Yeah, and anything like I hate eating or drinking flowers. It just disgusts me. But
Yeah.
I wanted to try it because the mushroom thing really intrigued me. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to get something else to kick it up a notch.
Okay, you want to take a break and get another drink? I need to get a drink.
Yeah, let's get drinks and then I'm gonna we can do my next jam.
I mean, to the listeners, to the readers, we'll be back in a flash.
Yeah,
It'll be like that. See, boom, back.
Yeah, and I have a much better tasting beverage to sample.
Okay.
I don't know if you can read that.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah, so Bishop Cider Company from Bishop Arts here in Dallas. This is their Texas Mosmosa. So it is orange and champagne flavored.
Yeah, that's gonna be much better.
Yeah. It's a 6.9%er.
Jeez, that's pretty big for a cider.
Yeah. You know.
What's the
It's
deal?
This probably got too much sugar, but
Oh.
I don't even know. It doesn't have it on the can, so I don't even know how much sugar I'm ingesting.
It's best not to know. What's the deal with the shirt? What's Hot 93.3? Was that when the station changed from the merge or something?
Oh yeah. The
Dave's shirt says Hot 93.3 on it, and then he's on the Skype here, so I'm looking at it and I'm wondering. I don't remember this.
So we've had a lot of sister stations in our days. So we have the two country stations. We have the Wolf and KSCS, and then we also have Cliff and WBAP. Those are both like AM talk stations.
Mm-hmm.
And then 93.3 has been many different things. It was The Zone, which was like adult contemporary, and then Merge, which was more like, I guess, alternative, and then The Bone, which was classic rock. And then it became Hot 93.3, so it was basically top 40.
Okay, so 93.3 was after The Bone.
Yeah.
I hated the name The Bone.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Stupid.
And so, and then they pulled the plug on Hot 93.3, and so I guess they had a bunch of extra merch, and they just threw it all in the break room, and I grabbed this shirt.
You got you a 93.3 shirt.
Off the pile, yeah.
Cool.
It's the most generic shirt. It's just a black shirt, and then it just, in white lettering, it says Hot 93.3 Dallas Fort Worth.
I know.
That's all it says.
That could be from any year, anywhere, at any time. That could be it. The font doesn't even say 80s, 90s, or aughts, or doesn't. It's not giving anything away.
It is the most generic shirt, and that's why I love it. Yeah, so I wore it today. I don't know why. But yeah, so 93.3 now is just a FM simulcast of WBAP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they don't play music.
No, they just gave up.
Oh,
they
okay.
were just like, oh, we'll just put WBAP on it.
Oh, there you go.
Like I said, radio's doing great.
Music radio is not doing well. You guys are doing fantastic.
So the next thing I want to play is, as I said earlier, it's a song that I love that my daughter thought was okay and that my wife hated.
Okay.
And it turns out that the song is actually kind of old, that it actually came out originally in 2022. But this version, the album version, just came out in June, or maybe July. Let's see. When did it come out? No, it came out in September. Sorry. So the band is called The Dare, and the album is called What's Wrong with New York, and the song is called Girls. And that's all I'll say at this point. Just know that it is obscene, and it is loud, it is crass, and I love it.
It's got an E in front of it, so you might want to,
Yeah.
earmuffs.
Earmuffs if you have kids around. But otherwise, just soak it all in. This is Girls by The Dare.
I like the girls that do drugs, girls with cigarettes in the back of the club, girls that hate cops and bikers, girls with no buns, girls that's mean just for fun. I like girls who make love, but I love girls who like to fuck. That's what's up. I like tall girls, small girls, girls with dicks, called girls, girls who get naked on the grill. They say I'm too fucking horny, wanna put me in a cage. I'll probably fuck a hole in the wall that got before made. I like girls who pregnant, girls who give it up for land, girls who so fucking kinky that they beg. I like the girls that do drugs, girls with cigarettes in the back of the club, girls that hate cops and bikers, girls with no buns, girls that's me just for fun. I like girls who make love, but I love girls who like to fuck.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I like the girls that do drugs. I like the girls who like to lie that they came, girls who fuck on the train, girls who got so much hair on their ass it clogs a drain. I like girls who got degrees, girls on killing sprees. I like girls who got a bone to pick with me. I like the girls that do drugs, girls with cigarettes in the back of the club, girls that hate cops and bikers, girls with no buns, girls that's me just for fun. I like girls who make love, but I love girls who like to fuck.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah.
That's good. 2 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
Boom.
Yeah. Again, get in, get out.
It's awesome, so to speak.
Yeah, so it's a dude. The Dare is a dude. Harrison Patrick Smith. And so he's from LA. And then he went to Lewis and Clark College in Seattle, I guess.
It's not a real thing.
Or Portland. Sorry, Portland.
There's a
Lewis.
school called Lewis and Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that before?
He studied English literature at Lewis and Clark.
He needed to study exploring, maybe orienteering.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
I do. And so when he was in college, he started a band called Turtlenecked. And so that was a
Kinda like
thing. Yeah, that was a thing for a couple years. And then, and I don't even know, I've never listened to it. I have no idea, like, what the style of Turtlenecked was.
Mm-hmm.
But he moved to New York City in 2017. And Then COVID hit, and so he was kind of like wanting to do something different, and so he started writing these like goofy party songs to entertain himself and send to his friends. And so he was inspired by the Rolling Stones' "Some Girls," and wrote the song "Girls." And he was still doing Turtlenecked at that time, and he said that that the crowd responded to "Girls" better than his like Turtlenecked material, and so then he officially released it as The Dare in August of 2022. And so it was, I guess it was kind of on the radar in New York City with like, kind of the music critics in the city and kind of the scene in the city. And then so he put out another single called "Good Time," which is also on the new record. And so at that point, he was the subject of like a bidding war. There were several labels that were trying to sign him, kind of old school, and he ended up signing with Republic Records. And so he put out an EP, and then everything kind of came together in 2024 because he went on tour with Charlie XCX.
Oh wow!
Okay. And opened up a few dates on the Brat tour. Remixed one of Charlie XCX songs, and produced it with Phineas. So he's like, making connects and stuff. And then so the album "What's Wrong with New York" came out in September, and it's getting pretty good reviews, and it's interesting because to me it's like a younger, fresher, more cavalier version of LCD Sound System.
Yeah, definitely more interesting.
It's maybe I don't know if it doesn't take itself as seriously as LCD Sound System does.
Well, I'm wondering if the name has to do, like he was sending his friends this stuff and totally screwing around, and his friends could have dared him. "I dare you to release this," and he was like, "All right, I'll call it The Dare," and then put the thing out.
Yeah, you need to put this out.
He's like, their friends are like, "This is the best stuff you've done, whether you like it or not." Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. You may think you're doing this as a joke and you're kind of trying to distance from what you've been doing.
Yeah, but this is a jam.
Yeah, but this is where you need to go.
Yeah, I'd like to hear I'm sure that what if the Turtlenecks are like just some jangly dream pop thing, and the friends are like, yeah, we're sick of it. Put out the wacky stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, I do need to go back and listen to the Turtlenecks.
Because they're from Portland, and they write songs about pancakes or whatever. Coffee.
Yeah, but a lot of kids may have heard that song before because it's a TikTok jam, as a lot of things are these days. I mean, you can see it, you can imagine it.
Yeah. You can play the first half of it before it gets to the line, and then you cut your TikTok off right before he says the first. I like girls that like to, and then shut her down. Yeah.
He's got some really funny lines in there, and
I think he said at one point, "I like girls that have degrees."
Yeah, and girls who have so much hair on their ass it clogs the drain. I think that was one of them. I don't know. But yeah, like "Good Time" is another one, and "Perfume" is another one. "All Night" is another one. I mean, there's a lot of really good jams. This is one of those records that it hits the best when you're driving around at night in the dark and you've got it turned up really loud.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. I love it that he's probably like, oh, great, I can write 900 of these. And
Right, this is
spend
easy.
so much time with the turtlenecks.
Yeah, like perfume it's equally dumb because he's just, he's talking about his cologne, like that, when you walk in the room, like people are asking, what is that smell? And he's like, I bought it on the internet for $9.99. It's just, it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb, but it hits.
There's nothing wrong with dumb.
Yeah. And it just, sometimes, especially, when things are often so serious, we just need dumb.
Hey, that's why we do this thing we're doing.
I know. I am the biggest proponent of dumb, and some accuse me of being the biggest purveyor of dumb.
Hey.
And I accept that.
You got to be good at something.
Yeah, I just... It's interesting because I'm trying to figure out how to articulate it.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm a complicated man.
Yeah.
I am I have my own issues, like I can be depressed, I can be like a pessimist.
Yeah. You got a lot of hats.
I have a lot of anxiety, I have a lot going on.
Uh-huh.
But ultimately, I just like to party and have fun and be stupid.
Yeah.
And
that's what you're best at.
I have to balance those two polar opposites in my brain.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
But that's what I do, and that's evidently what the Dare does, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's hard to... We've been walking that tightrope for years, and it's hard to do that.
All right, before we get to your last jam...
Mm-hmm. You need to tell me about Vegas, dude.
Yeah, well,
it seems like you're there every weekend. What's going on?
No. Hadn't been back.
You're a Vegas guy.
Hadn't been, well, I guess I had been there for like a day. I flew in and flew out when we did a show at Circa down on Fremont Street.
Did you even stay the night?
No.
You really did. You did the rock and roll fly in, fly out.
Yeah, I did like the Tom Joyner.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I was glad because I wanted to get back. I didn't want to stay up late gambling and then catch a early morning flight. I would rather fly back and get home at 1:32 in the morning, which was what I did. But yeah, it was bizarre to fly out first thing in the morning, get there, do the show, and then immediately jump on a plane and come back. It did feel kind of rock and roll.
Yeah, it's rock star stuff.
But no, that the most recent trip was for the Raiders Kansas City Chiefs game.
Right.
Like as soon as the schedule came out, because we've been wanting to go to a Raiders game, and my wife has gone without me to a Raiders game in Vegas. But we were, we didn't get a chance to go last year. The schedule just didn't allow. But when the schedule came out this year, we circled that one, and we started making plans in the summer. And then, as it turns out, the radio show, they scheduled a Cowboys road trip because the Cowboys were playing the 49ers out in the Bay Area that same weekend. And so I was like, well, I'm already going to Vegas. I can't go to that. So they went without me. So that was kind of a bummer that I didn't get to participate in that show trip. But
still, though, y'all were on the field and everything. It looked like you went with Marissa, of course, but the boy was there, and Taylor and Katie.
Yeah. So we didn't have my daughter that weekend, but we did travel with Wells, who is almost a year old, but at the time was like 10 months old.
And he's royalty at a Raiders game. That's just part of the deal.
Yeah, he's Kenny's grandson. So they, I don't know that they rolled out the red carpet or anything, but they definitely made us feel very welcome and treated us very kindly.
He's the prince. He's the prince.
Yeah, so we stayed at the team hotel. They have a casino called the M Resort Hotel Casino, whatever, and it's in Henderson, so it's like 15 minutes south of the Strip.
Oh, okay, and that's just where the team. I guess maybe most of them don't live there. Probably most of them live in L.A. and then they.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the visiting team stays there. It's like they want to be close enough, but
they don't want them to be,
but not so close that they're out partying. Yeah, at all hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of off by itself, but the whole area around it, you can, like, in 5 years, it's that whole city's blowing up. It's growing so fast, and so there's a lot of empty lots all around that hotel that will be developed in the next few years. But
you gonna buy a little piece of land?
That's what I was saying to Marissa. I was like, man, if I had unlimited money, I would definitely be buying up swaths of land in Vegas.
Out there where that is, and just get yourself like a cool little, mid-century modern out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of old school pool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. But the hotel had, it had a sports book. So that was the only gambling I did. And I hit a 4-team parlay. So I turned $60 into like $700.
Wow. I don't know what any of that means, but that sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was free money.
Parlay throws me off. I don't know.
Well, parlay just means that you have to get them all right, that you string them all together.
Oh, okay.
So it's four different games, 4 college games, and they all hit. Because if you get one of them wrong, that
parlay's gone.
The whole parlay's gone.
Oh, like horse racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So did you pick Lewis and Clark?
No, I don't even know if Lewis and Clark plays football, or at least they definitely don't play Division I.
Okay.
But they had a Raiders tavern, like a sports bar that was all Raiders themed.
Okay, so it is a Raiders thing.
Yeah, I don't know if Mark and the Raiders own a piece of the hotel or if they just license the Raiders marks to the hotel. I'm not sure what the relationship is, but they also, like, right outside the tavern, the Raiders themed tavern, and in between that and the casino where they start to have the tables and the slot machines and stuff, they have one of those old carts from the Oakland Coliseum that one of those trucks that's shaped like a football helmet.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, and it's got like the pickup bed in the back, but the front is the football helmet.
Yeah, I used to
with
love
the face
those
mask
things.
and everything. Like, when you're driving it, you're sitting inside the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
It was so great. I took a picture of it. I'll have to send it to you.
Man, it would be awesome it's sad when they have to cart someone off the field, but if they were in a football helmet cart.
Right. Everyone would feel better about it.
It would lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be better.
Yeah, dude, it was so good. Yeah, so we weren't there long. We got in Friday and then flew out Monday. So we were just there for Saturday, Sunday, basically. And so Saturday, we did go down to the Strip, and we went and saw, because we had a 10-month-old. Not a lot you can do in Vegas with a 10-month-old.
Sure.
But we did go to. It was in the Miracle Mile, next to Planet Hollywood Casino. Mm-hmm. There was a theater where they had a circus. It was
dang.
It was some famous clown who he's like some Russian clown whose family has been clowning for centuries or whatever.
It wasn't Bozo?
No.
It's a pretty famous clown.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Bozo. His last name was Popovich. You know, the same as the Spurs coach. But
It'd be funny if he came from a family of clowns and he just ended up being a basketball coach.
Yeah, if Greg Popovich was related to clowns.
And he just never mentions it.
But so he was doing like he would do juggling stuff and like balancing acts and physical comedy, but then he would also have all of these skits with animals. He had he claims all of his animals are rescues, but probably like 20 dogs, 10 cats, some birds, a pig. They just had like a whole menagerie of animals.
So not like a circus.
No, it was like kind of a bunch of different stunts and sketches all kind of strung together.
Okay, but there's not an elephant.
No. All small animals. All small animals.
Okay, kind of small animal circus.
Yeah, but it was pretty amazing the crap that he had trained these animals to do. It was pretty good. I mean, it was an hour show. I looked at my watch a couple times, but surprisingly the baby was into it the whole time. So that was cool. They also had spotlights that were like on the ceiling, and so he would watch the spotlights almost as much as what was on the stage.
I would have probably been on that too. That's more my thing.
But then on Sunday, we went to the game and we got to they have an alumni charter bus, and so any former players and coaches that want to come to the game, they stay in the hotel, and then they have a charter bus that goes to the stadium. And so we got to ride on that, which was fun. And then we get to park down at the bottom of the stadium.
Yeah. Field level.
Walk right in field level. Yeah. And then we got to be in the friends and family section during warm-ups on the sideline. And Wells got to play in the grass, because they have real grass.
Oh, I didn't know that was real. Okay.
Yeah, at Allegiant. Yeah. I've done the tour before as well. And so actually where they park the bus and where I guess all the players park on game day is where during the week where the grass field is. Like they roll it out.
Yeah, they roll it out. There's a bunch of soccer stadiums that do that.
Yeah, so they roll it out and it's in the open air outside the stadium during the week, and that's where it grows and where they maintain it, and then they roll it in for games. But then when they have like high school and college games, because like UNLV plays at Allegiant now, they have a artificial turf.
Okay, I was about to say they don't let them play on the real.
No,
okay.
The Raiders are the only ones that play on the grass.
That's awesome. That's a cool stadium.
Yeah, dude. It's it's a little bit smaller, because I guess the lot that they were building it on.
Yeah.
Because it's right across the highway from the Strip, and they were kind of limited on the amount of room they had for the stadium and all the parking and stuff, and so it's slightly smaller than a lot of your newer stadiums, but it's a pretty awesome building. And as far as the game presentation, they have a band that plays throughout.
They're just jamming.
Yeah, they have a stage set up. They have the Eternal Flame for Al Davis. It's just it's not an actual flame anymore. It's just a sculpture that looks like a flame. But they have a stage set up in front of that has the house band that play in commercial breaks and stuff.
Yeah, I think they show them every now and then.
Yeah, and then at halftime, on that same stage, they had Cypress Hill.
Okay,
Cypress
maybe that's
Hill.
what it is. They'll be a different band.
Yeah, they have different entertainers. I mean, because it's Vegas, like famous bands and entertainers are in town all the time. And so, they always book somebody good for halftime. And this time it was Cypress Hill, and it was hilarious. And we almost got to ride on the elevator with them after the game. they came in right as we were getting on the elevator, and I was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get to ride it with Cypress Hill. I can get a contact high." But no, they waited for the next elevator.
Yeah, they're like, we're cool. Y'all go
Yeah,
ahead.
but no, it was super fun, and the baby slept for most of the game. I had him on the front pack.
Yeah, I
the
like
big
that.
Bjorn.
I saw that pic. That's a good move.
Yeah. So it was a really good. It was a productive trip because I won money, and it was a productive trip because we kind of ripped the Band-Aid off of, first plane ride,
Ooh.
first hotel stay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'd stayed in a hotel over the summer, but
Hotel stays are much easier than the flight and a full game.
yeah, and football game and travel stroller. Just we had a lot of firsts and a lot of things that we weren't sure how it would go, and everything went really smoothly. So
That's a miracle.
we're ready to party the next time.
Yeah, I wouldn't push it again.
Well, hopefully it'll be a tradition. Hopefully we'll get Wells back there, every year or at least every other year. So
Well, he's gonna have to go back when he's in state for
right, yeah,
schools
yeah,
around there.
Yeah, when he's a top 5-star recruit.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a choice, so it's like
And yeah, it'll be in spite of my genetics, but hopefully everything that needs to win out will win out.
yeah, I think he'll overcome it. I think it's gonna
All
be
right.
great. All right, so let's get. You have to make a choice here. This is the thing.
Okay, I'm participating.
Because it's been a while. And so there is a guy named Ollie Harris, and I'll just give you just a little rundown. It's a poppy number, but he looks like he's a mixture of Harry Styles and Robert Smith.
Okay,
Like,
so he's pretty, but he's got wild hair.
I don't know if he's necessarily pretty. It's more of the lipstick. He looks like a young Robert Smith. Because Robert
Okay.
Smith was kind of pretty.
Yeah.
So-
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, yeah. He
But like the late 70s, early 80s, Robert Smith was a handsome lad.
Yeah, and he's from the UK, and it's a poppy thing worth listening to. Another one called Candy Coffins, which will go with the Cold Cave.
Mm-hmm.
The name alone kind of will tell you that. And then I found this artist named Davy Lane.
Oh, I know him.
Have you ever listened to it?
Yeah. I don't know him, but I think at some point I found him on Twitter or something. He's Australian or New Zealand.
Yeah, he was. I think he's even been in Crowded House at one point as a touring member and stuff like that. He's been in all kinds of stuff, but his record will have the song that I picked, Todd Rundgren is with him on the track. He knows lots of famous people. And the tunes are good. He's very good.
Yeah. He's like Soup's profesh.
Yeah, so you're picking between Davy Lane, Candy Coffins, and the young Robert Smith, Ollie Harris.
Huh.
I couldn't pick.
I know. I want to hear them all, but let's eliminate Candy Coffins.
Okay, we've
And
gotten goth enough for today.
Yeah, I think so. You pick between Davy Lane and young hot Robert Smith.
All right, how about this? How about we tell our people, go search, type in Davy Lane, and it's Davey, Davy Lane, and look for this song called Acceptance.
Okay.
And it's really good. It's not a new number. It's not super old, but the Ollie Harris stuff is new. So let's play
Okay.
the new. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So do your homework and listen to Davy Lane, my name doppelganger, and support him because he is a talented dude, and
He's been around for a while. He's he.
I think I may have had an interaction with him too. I can't
Really?
remember. Yeah.
It's funny.
I don't know if he knows that there is another Davy Lane that is maybe almost as well known as him in certain circles.
I think you got him.
I don't know. It might be a tie. We might be equally unknown.
Maybe you're just owning this hemisphere.
But yeah, so I don't know if he knows that on the other side of the world there's another Davy Lane of some note.
Oh, he knows.
But yeah, I mean, the invitation is open for Davy Lane to participate in Htwow Fest whenever that happens.
Yeah, because, man, the dude's good. It's good stuff. I went on it as like, let me check this guy out. And then I was like, wait, all of these famous people are on all of his songs. He's good. It's good stuff. But let's play the new fresh thing. This is Ollie Harris, and I want you to look it up while we're doing it, and you'll catch what I'm saying about the early Robert Smith mixed with Harry Styles thing.
Okay, and what's the name of this brand new Ollie Harris jam? I'm saying jam too much. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Ollie Harris tune.
Yes.
Is Outside.
Outside.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play it.
I wish you would.
Another short jam.
But long enough.
What do you think?
He's from Cambridge, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Not Massachusetts.
Yes, Cambridge, England. Yeah, he definitely has that young Robert Smith vibe. It's
kind of the Let's Go to Bed era.
Yeah.
Era.
It's kind of... Also, if you look at his gram, and by the way, if you want to look him up, it's OLI. I first thought it was Ollie, but no, it's Oli Harris.
Ole
Harris.
Ole Harris.
Oli. But yeah, he kind of looks like Robert Smith and Mark Bolan's love child.
Yeah.
You know, the T-Rex dude.
Yeah, he's got a it's a weird vibe. It's poppy, but I also really like it sounds like something he could have done in his bedroom, but I like the sounds of everything.
Yeah.
It's like the drums and the guitar, everything sounds really well placed. Like he's done a great job. He's not huge or anything. He doesn't have it's like 1,600 a month listeners on Spotify. Like he's brand new. But we're breaking
as we do.
Yeah.
As we do. Yeah, it's assuming that's self-produced. It does sound really, really good.
I mean, I just said that he could be signed and it could be in a huge studio. I have no idea, but you know how things are done now.
Yeah, but it is cheeky in a similar, like in a different way, but it is cheeky like the Dare. You know, there's kind of a I don't know, like a knowing nod, a wink.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
You know,
I like it. I like that we are supporting the kids.
Yeah, he seems super young.
You know, just because we are not old, but in our advanced youth.
Mm-hmm. Advanced youth.
Yes, we're in our elder youth years.
Sure, that's a really good way to say old.
Yeah. You know, we still know what's up.
Man, like crazy.
We still connect with the youth of today.
I know. I'm surrounded by the youth constantly. It's great and at the same time annoying.
That's true. You do. Your street team keeps growing.
Boy.
But no, it is fun.
Ow.
You know, I don't know what Pace is into these days, but it is fun when Clara will play me something that I actually like.
Uh-huh.
That I'm like, huh, okay. Glad to know about this.
Yeah, it's funny. Pace and all of her friends right now are so into the late 80s, early 90s stuff.
Really?
They just think I think it's like in the 70s. You know how people were jealous of the 50s? Like there was Happy Days going on and all that kind of stuff. I think they're just so jealous of it. Like they just think that we were all just wearing pink and yellow neon all the time and our hair was sprayed up, which it was.
Yeah.
But they just think that we were just, everything was Saved by the Bell and we were just killing it.
It was a simpler time.
It was, but she says all the time that how jealous her and her friends are that we lived in the 80s.
That's interesting because I don't get the sense that my daughter or any of her friends feel that same way.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, like, she listens to plenty of garbage too. You know, she likes her fair share of disposable pop, and I think, God forbid, she might be getting into modern country a little bit.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, I think one of her brothers, that's kind of his jam, and I think she's just through osmosis hearing it from driving around with him. So, you know, she's warmed up to stuff that I like, and she does her main source of enjoyment is more of like the modern singer-songwriter indie type artist.
Right.
You know, that's kind of her main genre that she's into. But she will listen to her fair share of crap. I'm not going to say that she's some kind of savant. But I do appreciate that she will expose me to stuff and that she actually will give my stuff the time of day from time to time.
Yeah. Every now and then they're like, what is this? I'm going to put this on my playlist. And you're like, what?
Yeah. And, you know, of course, I'm always pleased anytime I hear that, even her country loving brother appreciates the Smiths, and so do his friends, and so does my daughter. So just knowing that the Smiths are still timeless.
What do you think of your Bishop? I saw you just shake your Bishop beer can there. What'd you think?
Yeah, I slammed it. I mean,
did.
I've had a couple out of this is, part of a 6-pack, and it's good. I mean, it's not super cidery, which is what I like best about it.
Yeah, it's because when they make it did you say it's it had like a champagne thing in there?
Well, yeah, it says it's brut and orange flavor.
Always when the cider puts a brut thing on it, it's so much drier than the regular cider because they make it try to taste like champagne.
Yeah.
And that's a good go-to. That's a helpful hint.
It is.
It's a cider hack. Hashtag cider hack.
Hashtag cider hack. Hashtag helpful hint.
Hashtag helpful hint. Man, we're really giving them everything in this one.
Yeah, we are. Okay, let's get out with another English beat tune.
Okay, do you want to do Mirror in the Bathroom, I Confess, or Tears of a Clown?
I don't know. What's your feeling here?
I don't know. It's like Tears of a Clown. It has the jam. Mirror in the Bathroom, I like that song. Maybe not as big of a hit. And then I Confess is good too.
Yeah, I don't want to hear I Confess because we heard a little bit.
Let's go Tears of a Clown. Let's throw let's give. I mean, it's a cover, but let's do it, right? Ding ding ding, ding 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 ding, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it cooks from the start.
I mean, can that song actually be good? Let's find out. I mean, honestly, this is the only version of this song that I would want to hear.
Yeah. I mean, I like all the versions, but this, as far as a cover, to switch it up a little, they did great. They're cooking.
Yeah, let's cook it.
The drummer is fantastic.
Round, round, round. I want to thank you for tuning in to Htwow, episode 86. The Air Quotes October podcast, October 2024.
Tears of a Clown.
A clone. Thanks to Ollie Harris. Thanks to the Dare. Thanks to Pat's Soundhouse, thanks to Cold Cave, and of course to the English Beat. Appreciate all of those artists and their contributions to this episode of Htwow. Please tell a friend. Please listen next month, even though it's this month. The end.
Good job, Dave.